Well, now that we've opened up the path to the boss, all we gotta do is get there. And, fortunately, this game is well designed enough to leave out the backtracking. So, the way the level is set up... Oh, I see you there. Don't think you're gonna get away. Ah! Oh... I see what you did there, Demon Souls. I see. Anyways, the way the level is laid out, there's the central gate, which we're trying to get to, and then there's the two towers on either side that we saw at the beginning that were locked. Right now, well, earlier, we opened up the gate on the left side. That's where we found the Kling Ring, the Jade Hair Ornament, and the Ragged Stuff. Now, we've traveled all the way over to the right side of the tower. So by just continuing on here, and going down the steps, we'll be right back at the start. Of course, the game's going to do its damnedest to kill us before then, which would suck, because if we die before opening up the shortcut back here, we would have to go all the way back around, and that would not be fun. So, safety, care, and attention to detail are going to be our greatest allies as we go towards the end. That's pretty good advice, actually. Beware your stamina, because there are things in the dark that will try to shoot at you with spears. And we'll encounter them shortly. So shields up. You know, I really ought to remember that you can't block a torch to the face. Seems like useful information that should be obvious at this point, but I keep trying. Ah, there we go. That's a nasty little bugger. Let's see if I can get close enough to see him. Not really, but the shield that's left behind is... Well, you're not the only one with armor. Even little black balls of hate can have shields. And that's a better view. See, it's just kind of a blob of asphalt or tar or something with a shield, and it forms itself into, like, its tendrils into spears and launches them at you. It's pretty gross. Definitely demonic. Makes me feel good every time one of them is eliminated from the world, because holy crap, they are disgusting. Alright, well, we made it to the shortcut. So, even if we get killed by the boss, we can explore the full level. Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter if we get killed at this point, because we don't need to go back there anyways. All we need to do is... See that giant spear? Yeah, that's a clue. So before, we were having little versions of that spear thrown at us by little blobs of hate. Oh, forgot these guys respawned. I never really bothered to kill them. Oh, see how it did only 8 damage instead of the normal 70? That's because I hit them with the side of the rapier. And it's a piercing, or it's a stabbing weapon, not a beating weapon. Alright, first boss. It's the Phalanx. It is kind of the mother of all of the little versions. In fact, it generates them, and is covered in them, and moves very fast and uses them as weapons. It's also pretty gross, actually. And it's kind of hard to kill. These guys with their shields and everything are resistant to damage, or resistant to physical types of damage. So you'll want fire and magic to deal with them. Now, I've been collecting fire bombs throughout the level. Those could come in handy once I run out of MP. And I've also got some turpentine. The turpentine adds fire damage to whatever weapon you're holding in your right hand. So that'll be useful too, once I clear out the smaller phalanxes. Notice that I'm not actually doing any damage to the boss. All I'm really succeeding at right now is lowering its offensive capabilities by taking out the smaller enemies that are attached to it. I'm also upping my soul count as well, because you get souls for every one of them you kill. I thought I hit it there, but it still got more blockers. So at this point, it can also start shedding them and sending them out to fight me. And it looks like it's going to do that now. Or rather, it was, because it can also pick them back up to keep using them as a, well, it's a Phalanx, really. It's battle formation that's known for lining up, shields up, spears out. Now, the firebombs here are very effective. You can throw them into the middle of one of the groups, so you can damage lots of them and the boss at once. So maybe I should have picked up some firebombs before, but I think they'll do just fine as long as I don't waste them on smaller things. It's tricky actually locking onto the main boss since there's so many other potential targets. But once you do get locked on, well, it's still kind of hard to hit it because there are so many other things that can block what you're trying to do. And I'm almost out of firebombs. But it's almost out of dudes, and it can't really spawn them quickly. It's more of an over time thing. At least I'm pretty sure it can spawn them. I haven't personally seen it spawn one. I'm gonna go stab it a bit. It just doesn't have enough left to really cause any damage at this point. Although, you can see by the way it's moving, it's trying to trick me into standing in between all of the remaining things, and that would be a really bad idea because they could stab me from all directions and my shield couldn't block at all. That's what that Beware stamina was about. It's very easy to run out of stamina trying to block multiple spear strikes at once. And with that, victory's basically academic at this point, as long as I don't do anything really stupid. And there we go. Nice motivational message. The fog gate's clear, and all the remaining items, or all the remaining enemies are dead. Also, when you defeat a boss, if you're in soul form, you get your body back, which is very handy. Also, when you beat a boss, it makes a new archstone appear, which will take you back to the Nexus. There aren't any, mid-level bonfires. That's the only time you get checkpoints is at the start and end of a level. The Lead Demon Soul we picked up, that is a unique soul. It's probably good for making a unique weapon or magic or miracle or something. I'm not actually certain. I'll have to check it out.
Welcome back. The monumental awaits the above. The monumental will explain the Nexus to thee.
Alright, and that'll do it for now, I think. Next time, we'll take on the Tower of Latria.